What is up, Light Fam? Welcome to another video. My name is David, your spiritual awakening coach, here to help you through your spiritual awakening. I get a lot of messages from you guys asking how to get your ex back. I know a lot of you guys are in separation. There was some drama, some things were said, and you're in a hurtful place, and all you want is your ex back into your life. Well, don't worry. Dave here at Lightways has you covered. Let's talk about how to get your ex back right now. Let's go. How to get your ex back. Step one, stop focusing on how to get your ex back. You know that I'm going to keep it real with you guys. If you are sending out a pining, longing energy of lack and incompleteness, you are only a vibrational match to experience more pining, longing, and incompleteness. So you already know that I'm going to tell you to heal the trauma that makes your ego believe that you are anything less than whole, perfect, and complete. But I'm going to say it a little bit differently so that it lands a little differently. Heal the trauma that seeks approval and validation from your ex. This is going to require you to get very honest about your behavior and stop focusing on what the ex did or did not do. This is really about you. Take a look at your behavior. Were you over needy, over clingy, over controlling? Is there some wounded masculine energy that is causing you to push a divine masculine out of your frequency? Well, do some inner work, go within, don't focus on some other person. Focus within. Maybe go back in childhood where there's some events or parenting that made you believe that you weren't worthy of love. Were there some childhood events that made you believe that you were less than good enough? Was there an abandonment wound that now makes you over cling, over need, and over control, which pushed your ex out of your life and made them run in the first place? See how this is not about what your ex did or didn't do or who your ex is or isn't messing with. This is about you and whether or not you're healing the trauma that seeks validation from your ex. Seeking validation and approval is not a good love language, guys. Let me say that one again. Seeking approval and validation is not a good love language. As a matter of fact, it's the opposite of love. It's fear. It's a fear language. You can expect to attract love standing in the vibrational opposite of love, which is fear. It's a repelling energy that makes the other person feel like you're not on their level or higher. You know, there is no higher, but people want to feel like they at least have an equal or they're trading up, so to speak. Now, of course, that's ego. We're all equal. But when you are self-validating and self-approving, you find yourself being held in high regard as opposed to the one that's being taken for granted. And when this is your spiritual frame, you allow your partner all the space in the world to flourish and express themselves naturally without feeling like you're trying to get something from them or that they need to walk on eggshells because you get over dramatic over the tiniest little things because of unhealed trauma. No one wants to feel like they're a hostage in a relationship. And that's another thing. You know, you see a lot of these memes that say, if someone is saying you're over sensitive or over dramatic, that's gaslighting. Not always. If you have unhealed trauma and you responded to something with a 10 that required a 2, you have unhealed trauma. Stop listening to this bubblegum stuff that just makes your ego feel better, because when you're making your ego feel better, you are bypassing taking responsibility for unhealed trauma. The only way that you can heal trauma is by taking responsibility. So turn off the bubblegum. Anytime that you are pacifying the ego, you're not giving the attention to what your heart is telling you that you need to pay attention to. So take your ex off of that pedestal. This is an energetic message that goes out that says, hey, I'm not on your level. I'm beneath you. This is picked up by your ex's subconscious. Your ex's energy body feels that you guys are a vibrational mismatch, and this repels them. And the only reason that you would have that perspective is because you have a perverted sense of self-worth due to unhealed trauma. So I don't want to keep harping on the unhealed trauma, but the more that you bypass focusing on your ex, bypass healing because you're focusing on your ex, or you're watching twin flame tarot videos for 4 hours, DM to DF. Oh, your DM is terrified of your love. He's terrified. Your DM is terrified of your love. Oh. As a DM, that's not a thing. Your DM is not terrified of your love. Stop believing in things that make your ego feel better about being rejected, and take responsibility for the unhealed trauma that may have pushed your ex out of your life in your first place. I promise you guys, trust me, when you go within, what is within? Divine feminine energy. That is attractor energy. When you are focusing externally, that's divine masculine. You can't attract divine masculine with divine masculine energy. That's wounded masculine energy. When you go within and you sink into your level of wholeness, completeness, perfection, you become self-validating, self-approving, and spiritually sovereign. You create your own gravitational pull. It's like a tractor beam. You become a super attractor. Why? Because this is inward energy. Moral of the story, go within. Stop binge watching the bubblegum twin flame romanticized nonsense and do your own healing, and you will attract everything. Your ex, your twin flame, your soulmate, your soul fire, your soul, whatever label we want to put on everything. You will be the star of your show, and you will not be taken for granted. I promise you on this. First, we will do quote of the day, and then we will do question of the day. First, here's today's high vibrational quote. Now, question of the day. How will you get your ex back? And your answer to that question will let me know if you guys actually watched this video. I'm going to be monitoring those comments. I will see all of you guys in the next video. Light, love, and abundance to all that are watching, and to all you love. Peace, guys.